You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone. Your business community at work. Representing the Vernal Area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Hi, I'm Adam Massey of the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, and with me is Irene Hansen with the Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce. And you're watching Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, talk about the dog days of summer. It's been very warm, and it's definitely summer is here, and man, we have just been busy. I know you've had a lot of things going on over in the Duchesne County area, and we've had a lot of things going on in Uintah County, and you know, that's what we're here about, is to talk about all those neat events. And one event that we just, you and I have both been on that was fantastic for the Basin was the Salt Lake Chamber put together an energy tour and brought out, I think there was about 34 or 35 different people that they brought out on a bus just here the end of June, and what a great trip that was. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about, you know, from your perspective, what you've seen, and I'll comment a little bit on it too, but it was exciting to have them out here.
You know, it was initially, sometimes you kind of think to yourself, you know, is this something that's really going to benefit our area? You know, and you're so busy, and you hear about a group coming, and of course, if they're going to come, you want to make it right. You want to make it special. And so I know you and I worked together. Tammy Lucero worked together with us, working very hard, hosting this group. But they left Salt Lake. Again, we didn't really know what to expect and what the motives even were. But, you know, they traveled. The first place they stopped was at our Blue filling station there, just out of Mighton. There's a brand new, it's called a Blue LNG, liquid natural gas, and CNG filling station. It's one of the largest stations in the United States.
Exactly.
And it's going to be tremendous. So they started there to give them an understanding of how important the future of natural gas is to our nation.
Sure.
And so here pulls up this great big bus, kind of in the middle of nowhere, and of course you met us there along with Commissioner Darlene Burns and Ron Winterton, our commissioner, and what an excellent presentation. And as those people filed off the bus, I don't know about you, but I was pretty impressed. All of a sudden we start seeing representatives from large corporations in Salt Lake, some of them that have headquarters here, but some that don't, and they were genuinely interested in our area. And so, wow, from that moment on, I knew that we were kind of honing in on something very special, and then you were able to jump right on the bus with them as they left. Tell us about that trip.
It was, and it was fantastic, and it was a great opportunity even for myself to be able to go and look at that station as they talked about what they were doing, adding a C-store down the road, and the importance. And we talked about you know, vehicles switching over to the compressed natural gas and natural gas. You know, what was amazing to me is I know the numbers were thrown out, but they expect like 70% of the larger industrial trucks to be switched over in the future. And with the technology and different things that they have, you don't lose horsepower, you're not losing torque with those big trucks, and you know, we have,
and you don't need a bigger tank.
Exactly. And you know, what's neat about that is here we sit on such an abundance of natural gas in our area, so it's such a good fit for the Basin. It just makes a lot of sense. And I had heard at one of our chamber luncheons, a gentleman talked about Swift Transportation was switching over 21,000 trucks that they're switching to that are going to be the natural gas vehicles. So what a fantastic opportunity, and what, you know, it's so neat to have that right here in your back door, in our back door in Duchesne County. And you know, when we left there, we went over to Red Leaf to look at some of the things that Red Leaf has, oil shale development, and they're actually in the process right now of just waiting for a water permit, they said, and they're going to start producing. They're right to that point. They've done a lot of their tests, and they're just moving forward. So it's been, you know, it's really exciting. I invited them to come and speak at Chamber sometime when they feel that they're ready to do that, and maybe give the public a little bit more input, and they're excited to do that, and they will in the future. So we're looking forward to that. And when we left there, we went over to Anadarko's natural gas plant that they have, and what a great facility. And you and I have talked about this before. We talk about it a lot. What great partnerships and what great companies we have, from Newfield on your side to Anadarko on our side, and you know, they're just great Basin partners. And it was very interesting to take that tour. I had not been to Anadarko before, And for me, that was the first time. And to hear the comments of those that were with us, not only about your facility there, but you know, what Red Leaf was doing, what Anadarko's doing, and I think it dispelled a lot of misconceptions that are out there sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I kept hearing from them.
Yeah.
Boy, have we learned a lot.
Exactly. And so, you know, anytime we get an opportunity, as you and I have talked about, to have people come out and educate them on what is actually taking place as opposed to what is the misconceptions sometimes that are out there.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great opportunity for us to do that. They got to see those businesses firsthand, and how things are working and how everybody's working together with the different entities that are obviously concerned about you know, what we do here in the basin, and so it was a great opportunity for us.
And then we ended up that evening down on the river.
Yes.
After they took a tour of the Wall of Bones.
Yes.
And then down on the river with a wonderful Dutch oven dinner. I mean, literally, it just doesn't get any better than that. Wow, what a day.
Exactly. It was fantastic. Great trip. We really appreciate them making it out here. And we'll be right back to talk more about your local chambers and community events right after this.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, as we've talked a little bit the first half of the show about the wonderful excursion that we had from the Salt Lake Chamber, maybe now we can switch gears just a little bit and get into some of the events that we've got going in our local area here that you know, kind of make summer what it is. Some of those
Sure
events you look
does.
to each year and you're excited when they come. And I know you've got one that we'll start off with over in your area, so maybe we can highlight that a little bit.
Well, first of all, we have to say, could the 4th of July been any better? It couldn't have. I mean, it was hot, but you know what? With all the activities, the
Yes.
Ute powwow on the first weekend,
Oh, yes.
that's the nice thing about having the 4th of July kind of in the middle of the week. Let's just celebrate the whole week, and I think the Basin did.
That's kind of how it is,
So
isn't it?
Roosevelt
Yeah.
had celebrations, Duchesne had celebrations, Vernal did, but
Yep,
anyway,
absolutely.
yeah, on July 20th, we're doing the car show again, and of course there's a car show committee. An unbelievable event has just grown every year. It's up at Constitution Park, and for those that have been up there, you know the trees are there, lots of
That's nice.
shade. It just
Beautiful.
makes for a great location for the car show.
Absolutely.
Those people come in, and it's just a good opportunity. But this year, something really special is being added, and that is they have restored a 1969 Firebird.
Oh, wow.
Now, for car enthusiasts,
That's the car,
we know
isn't it?
that's the car. That
Yeah.
is it. It doesn't get better than that.
Yep.
Been completely restored by volunteers.
Oh, wow.
And so the car club has invested a lot in that. Now they are having tickets available, but there will be a drawing, and someone will win that
Oh,
at
wow.
3 o'clock the day of the car show. So
That's
my
a-
goodness, try and be
Yes,
there.
that's a great incentive, isn't it?
It is an incentive. I know I'm going to go get some tickets. I don't want it. That will be the only chance I'll ever have to get a car like that. And then, of course, we have UBIC starting that first weekend in August, like the first, second, and third.
Yes.
Great entertainment,
Huge event.
great stuff. But then we've also got the rodeo
Yeah.
coming on, and that's just here in a few days. Tell us what we can expect this year.
Yeah, we were able to bring the rodeo committee in and highlight that a little
Yes,
bit
we
this year,
did.
which was great. And you know, that rodeo, obviously a huge turnout. It's huge for the Basin area here and in Vernal area for merchants, and we're always excited to have them. They always come to Chamber and talk a little bit about it, bring some of the royalty with them, and some of the clowns are great to have also. They usually come in and come and visit with us, and you know, that's one thing I really enjoy about the rodeo is being able to get involved with it and go down. They have their meet and
Yes.
greet where you can go meet, and they're also personable, and you know, they're really high on shopping locally. with businesses that support them, and which I think is fantastic. We talk about that a lot, obviously, in our area, and it just brings a lot to the community. We've had people wanting tickets for a long time, getting on the website and getting those. So yeah, a neat event. We're excited to have it. Another event that we do through our Conservation Issues Committee with the Chamber here in Vernal is the Farmers Market that starts on July 6th and runs through September 28th. They've had to make a few concessions this year as we're tearing down the old museum, so it's not able to set up right there in the park where they have in the past, but they're down on the end by where the helicopter is there by the county building, so they've moved down there, and actually they have a lot of shade. It actually is, so I think that'll work out well for them. We're excited for them. Farmers Market always brings in a lot of neat things, and people making homemade goodies as well as the local produce and things that are there. So we're excited to have that, and yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. There again, another busy summer with a lot of things going on. Is there anything else over in your area you can think of, Irene?
Well, of course, again, the UBIC is just our largest event. Close to 20,000 people show up on that Saturday night. Now, I believe that's either the 2nd or 3rd of August, but that very first Saturday, they always bring in a nationally recognized group. A lot of fun takes place. Again, about 20,000 people come to that event at Constitution Park. Now, the other thing, you guys just had your annual meeting. So do you have a new president of the Chamber now?
We actually, Steve Evans is going to take a second term.
Oh,
and so, yeah, we're going to be, I guess you'd say, status quo moving forward, and we're excited about that. You know, you and I both have wonderful boards. We have great people to work with, and that's really what makes Chamber what it is. And, you know, when you have those great boards to help and give direction and work with, we're really fortunate that way. And I know you've been doing it long enough that they have supreme trust in you and just say, Irene, we know you just do it, take care of it. I've seen that in action, and you do a fantastic job there. And I'm still working my way with my board that way, and after being here 3 years, but I appreciate the trust and confidence that they've had in me, and we'll continue to move forward with what we're doing. And one thing I would like to mention is we do have a car show over here also. It's going to be on July 13th. It's the 12th annual Dynaland Car Show, and we were talking about car shows there, so I'll put in a plug real quick for that. If you haven't had an opportunity to go down, I know they get a lot of people out, as you said, and I have a 16-year-old that needs a car. I don't know that I'd like him to have a 1969 Mustang, or not a Mustang, but a Firebird. But it'd sure be fun if I could win it, and then maybe I could afford to buy him something. But yeah, anyway, but a great opportunity. A lot of neat events going on in the Basin this time of year, and you know, it's just fun to get out. We've had a lot of great weather. The weather's been really warm, but it's also been really nice, which is conducive to getting out and, you know, go fishing, go out, enjoy the outdoors, get up in the mountains. It's nice and cool up there, and just enjoy the month of July and have fun, and you know, great time to be out and doing that. That's it for Chamber Zone. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.